when did you know you wanted to act?
Out of the womb.
Where does it all start? Because we never had this conversation as to the seed that was planted many years ago.
This is family television. I started dancing when I was 6, and the teacher that I had at the time, Judith Mingus, was more into the performance aspect instead, as opposed to technique. And so when I was very young, I got into more performance than I did actually learning the basic techniques of ballet. And so then subsequently went on into school and got involved in theater and did plays and stuff, and got into high school and did high school plays. My parents were involved in theater, but I was always a dancer, went to North Carolina School of the Arts, went to School of American Ballet, and then at the age of 17, I entered into a local modeling contest. As you can see from this face, I won. And I actually did win. It's just really funny. Okay. And went on to start that. I moved to New York when I was a junior in high school. I do not advocate young children not quitting high school. It's not good.
You quit high school?
I did. Yeah. I went out of high school between my junior and senior year. I had straight A's. I was a honor society student, which is, I think, part of the reason that my parents and my principal agreed to let me go and do this. It was always my intent to go and get a GED, which I never did. But
yeah, but you pursued your dream.
Yeah,
I knew early on.
Exactly.
That's what you wanted.
That summer, in between my junior and senior year, I started working, and I started booking commercials. I was never really a model. I was way too short. Back in the 80s, it was, you know, I mean, the 90s. The early, no, it was like 2000, I think, I'm pretty sure. You had to be 6 feet tall in order to be a model, and so I ended up going out on commercial auditions and getting commercial auditions, and I booked a soap called Loving, and I did that with Luke Perry, funnily enough, and that's how we got our start. And
well, you do deserve a round of applause for season 2 of The Fosters, which has been picked up.
Yes.
Congratulations. We can do that. It's not premature.
We're stinking proud. It's unprecedented that we had been just picked up for the second half of our first season. We shot 10 episodes. We found out that we were picked up for the second half of our first season, and we were very, very proud of that. And just right after that, we found out that they'd picked us up for an entire second season, which had never been done before. So we are stinking proud.
We're sharing with our audience a scene that you brought along with you. I saw it in a briefcase, so I know it's here.
It was locked. It was locked to my arm.
Set it up for us. What are we about to see?
Because of circumstances that happened at the end of the first half of the season, my partner Mike, he's my ex-husband, is kind of from the force right now. He's on probation, and I have to end up with a new partner, and he is quite a treat.
Oh, let's look at your treat.
Well, I gotta be honest, I've never had a female partner.
So soon?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm fine with it. I appreciate the situation, you know, getting shot and all. But no partner of mine has ever taken a bullet.
Anything else I should know?
I drive.
Captain Roberts, do you have a sec?
Yeah.
How's the investigation going? You know, any word on Mike when he's coming back?
Officially, no word yet.
And unofficially?
Well, between us, I's clearing him soon.
Okay. There is one other thing. You don't really expect me to work with that sexless dinosaur, do you?
Yes, I am.
That's what I thought. Okay. Thank you very much.
You too.
I love how grateful she is at the end. Thank you. Thank you. She still says thank you.
That's what she said about me the first day we worked together.
Yeah, right.
She went to Woody and said, you don't expect me to work with that.
Yeah, you did.
No, that's not true at all.
No, that's what you said about. Did you say that about?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay, we're
you
moving
turned
on.
that and made it a baddie on me.
Okay.
I have not seen you in, uniform because I always
Since the last time.
Really.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be so authoritative?
It's the worst thing in the entire world.
Why?
Oh, to be authoritative. No, don't get me wrong. I love that. Love that.
Well, you look very buttoned up, but
it is. It's kind of like this. This is what it's like to cook. Is you've got all your guns and stuff like that, and then the collar kind of like pushes your head forward, and you can kind of walk like a meathead. a cop uniform? How sexy. And I'm like, it ain't like that kind of cop uniform, trust me. And the pants come all the way up to here. It's like Grandpa. I'm Grandpa Cop.
Grandpa. Do you get a chance to glam it up again because you're a beautiful woman? Never, your hair never
Absolutely
comes
not.
down. Never.
You saw me. I looked like a skinned monkey.
Well, you're still beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
But
Sweet. Are you single?
yeah, not at the moment. Okay.
Well,
One of these
you
days.
said, because when I said authoritative, does it, you were like, yeah, I could be authoritative. You that way with the kids? With your kids? Are you that? Because mom says so, sort of?
No, absolutely not.
No?
No, I call that authoritative type of parenting, and that's the way I was raised, and you see the result of that. No, I was fortunate. The course of the time, I didn't believe myself to be very fortunate. I was going through a divorce, which is all wonderful now, and I was ordered to take a parenting class. And it was called Breakthrough Parenting by Jane Majors, and it is available for everyone to investigate. And it was one of the best gifts that I was given as a parent, because after all, they don't come with manuals, mind you.
Wow.
And I was given the ability to communicate with my children.
Through this course.
Through this
book.
course.
Okay.
The whole premise is discipline with love. You give them choices. You give them explanations. Instead of saying, no, because I said so, and that's it, it's no, and this is why. Because if you do this, these are the consequences. This is what's going to happen. If you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this is what will happen. It's your choice. You are in charge of your own life and your own destiny, not me. You can't get mad at me because, you made me do this or whatever. No, no, no. You made the choice. Therefore, it is your decision. It was, I would like you to think about your decisions. It was not go to your room. It was, I would like you to go to your room and take a time out to think about the decision that you just made and perhaps how you could do it differently. Now, this takes a lot of energy and a lot of time and patience.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, my child at 3 years old would say to his preschool teacher, I'd like to go, wherever it was, I'd like to go over to the stool and think about, and take a time out because I'd like to think about my decision. What child says, I want to take a time out, And I got to tell you, the preschool teacher, Tricia, wrote in her notes, there's some very atypical language going on with this child. I'm like, great!